Oh, this is going to be a big one. You're going to receive some powerful manifestation codes here because you're going to strengthen your ability to claim. Yes, you're going to strengthen your claiming energy, which is so freaking important when it comes to manifesting and essentially everything. Growing your business exponentially, increasing your impact, sense of aliveness, abundance, whatever you want. Claiming is so important in this equation. So let's talk about it. Just in case we don't know each other, my name is Lenka Lutonska. I'm a founder of Business Energetics Academy, creator of Business Energetics, and I am here to support you to live the life you were born to live, to make impact you were born to make, and to become a leader and change maker you were born to become. All right? Now, first and foremost, I want to give a little bit of credit to one of my clients, Margie. This video is inspired by her because she messaged me and said, Lenka, I've been in your program for 2 weeks and I cannot tell you just how many life changes and business changes I'm already experiencing. So I'm loving every bit of it. Thank you, Margie. Thank yourself, of course. Honor to you. And I will tell you, don't you all want to feel like this every day? And in 2 weeks, you feel this immense sense. You feel that like everything is changes. You know everything is changes because everything is changing. Don't we all want that? And I will tell you why that is. Because Margie, just like every single client of mine, when she stepped into one of my core programs, she didn't just step into a program. She didn't just step into group coaching program or a course. She shifted her identity and she claimed that identity. She claimed that life, that business that is rightfully hers. And that is what we've got to talk about and strengthen in you. Claiming energy. You see, claiming energy is the most powerful receiving energy. It's in fact so important that when you don't claim fully, it's going to be very hard for you to manifest. Towards the end of this video, I'm going to take you through a fun assessment, if you like, because there are really, as it came through me, 5 levels of claiming. And most spiritual entrepreneurs, most powerful women are stuck somewhere between 2nd, 3rd, and 4th level of claiming, whereas you want to be at the 5th level of claiming. So at the end, we're going to make this fun assessment, all right? But for now, let me just give you some codes and let me just share some things with you that will help you to strengthen that claiming energy right away, okay? First and foremost, what you want to know about the claiming is that in claiming energy, there is no settling whatsoever. So in order for you to strengthen the claiming energy and for you to claim the business, the life that it belongs to you, that identity, that configuration of yourself that you know you're meant to be, you've got to let go of any and all forms of settling. In other words, consciously or unconsciously, you've got to stop tolerating settling for where you are. Because that is ever so common, and each of us got to ask ourselves, am I in some way settling for less than I deserve? Really, really deeply reflect on this. Or am I tolerating not having what is rightfully mine? Really reflect on this, because this is unfortunately the case for vast majority of otherwise very, very powerful change makers and leaders and entrepreneurs, that we're actually settling for far less than we're meant to be. When you let go of that, reflect on what I just asked you, and when you decide that you're no longer going to tolerate not having what you're meant to have, not being who you're meant to be, not doing what you're meant to do, dramatical shift happens. But again, first you've got to be honest with yourself. Where are you settling? Where are you tolerating not having what you want to have, being who you're meant to be, and doing what you're meant to do? Also, in order for you to shift from settling to not settling, from tolerating to not tolerating, you've got to become aware of the cost of actually staying where you are. Real cost, which is not comfortable, let me tell you. When you start asking yourself, what is actually a real cost of me staying where I am today, not changing, just functioning as I'm functioning now for more weeks, months, years to come? What is a real cost of it financially? So let's say over the next 3 to 5 years, what is the financial cost of me settling for where I am today? Number one. Number two, what is emotional and even mental, mentally, what does it cost me to stay where I am today over the next 3 to 5 years? What about spiritual cost or physical cost? Really become aware of what is it going to cost you over the next 3 to 5 years if you just settle for where you are today, if you keep tolerating what is today. It's not comfortable, but our human mind sometimes needs it, because for you to shift from tolerating and settling to not tolerating, going into claiming, you might need to go through some level of discomfort. And what's happening when we are settling, your mind is associating more pain with changing, with claiming, than actually staying where we are. So we got to shift this. Yes? That's number one. No settling and tolerating. So ultimately you're going to be in a place where you tell yourself, and not just tell yourself, you feel it in every cell of your body, that no more. No more will I tolerate not being who I'm meant to be, not having what I'm meant to have, not doing what I'm meant to do, not even for 1 minute, let alone day. All right? So that's claiming is really the opposite of settling and tolerating where you are. Okay? Secondly, when you are strengthening that energy of claiming, what you're doing is you're letting go of any form of waiting and you're stepping into its now. As you might have heard from me already, is that time, as a physical time, what we experience, it's a construct of a human mind, very much needed, but it's still an illusion. On energetic level, deep fundamental level, everything is happening in here and now. And so when you stop waiting or let go of the waiting, like I'll wait until this is better, until this is done, or even just projecting yourself into the future, that I will be successful at some point in the future, I will manifest this at some point in the future, I know it will happen, I just don't know when. There is still that buying into that illusion that time exists, and you still keep it kind of in the future. There is a separation in that way. When you fully claim something, you really are collapsing this time as you know it, as we're wired to perceive it. Because you'll say to yourself, or you feel it again viscerally at a very deep level, no more waiting. I'm done with waiting. It's happening now. So while physically there'll still be time passing, we'll still experience some time passing, but there is energetically, you will be literally stepping into version of you fully that already exists, into that configuration of the universe, like no more waiting now. Now is the time. I'm literally adopting that identity. I'm that woman now, full stop. So you will let go of that waiting and act as the woman or a leader or a change maker or entrepreneur that has what you need to have now. You collapse the time. Whereas physically, there may be some stuff to do, action to take, things to sort out. Sure. So the time will pass. But internally, you already know, like, there is no other option, because this is done. This is who I am, full stop. Does it make sense? This is how the most powerful visionaries and entrepreneurs function, as in living in now, making every move as if it's already done. It's been done. I just let the reality to catch up. So that's what we want to move you from, letting go of any form of waiting or projecting yourself into future, into saying simply, there is literally, I'm not waiting no more. This is who I am, and I'm aligning everything with it, full stop. My every move is going to be aligned, because this is who I am now. Full stop. And physical reality must catch up. It is catching up. You feel the difference, yes? Okay. And third is, of course, the big one, going from any sort of doubt or uncertainty or I'm not sure or hoping or praying or any of this energy to absolute certainty. When you claim, you literally stop being available to even things such as doubt. It's okay for doubt to sometimes creep in, but as someone who is claiming, and you are in that energy, this is who I am, full stop, you're not even going to entertain the doubt. You're not even going there. You'll just say, I'm not available to that. This is not my reality. If I doubt, that's not my reality. This is who I am. You're not going to be hoping and praying for something to happen or waiting for something to, no, you literally claim it. I'm certain, absolutely certain that it's happening because I know. Because I know. So there is no separation whatsoever between you and that desire you're meant to live. You know that if your heart is desiring something, it's meant to be yours. It's meant to be yours. You just claim it. You accept it. And therefore, in that, you close all the doors to doubt, uncertainty, and so forth. First time I recall, quote unquote, doing this and truly claiming the life of my dreams was probably 20 years ago. And that was when I went from literally working for McDonald's as a business manager. And I went from stable employment with loads of, prospects and we're going to take care of you, Lenka, and you got so much talent, so rapid progression in the company and so forth. And I went from that, from one day to another, to resigning, and no matter how many times I've been told, Lenka, don't resign, we'll support you in transition, you can go part-time. Nope. I'm resigning. So essentially I let go of any form of security. I sold half of the house I owned to get money together to put into my then highest level NLP training so I could become NLP master coach. And I sold obviously car. I had a company car, so I had to swap the company car for £100 Polo. Yes. So at the time it was like all or nothing, but it was from the place of I know what I'm doing here because I chose my future here. I know I'm going to be very successful in this. I can bet everything on this, everything, absolutely everything. Yes, it took me a few years to really build my first company, and it wasn't easy at all times. But I had this really mindset of I'm not tolerating anything less. I'm literally not, and I'm not going to wait. That's it. This is who I am. So that was the first time I've done that. But you see, back then, I had a gift or advantage of youthful naivety. I was, roughly speaking, 26 years old. I had no children at the time. Today I have got 3 children. I had no family. It was just me. It was that youthful naivety that helped me to step into this energy of absolute claiming. With my second business, when I was rebuilding my business after I bankrupted the first time, I found it much more difficult. It wasn't as easy or natural for me to be in this fully claiming energy because I didn't have that gift of youthful naivety anymore. I had responsibilities, I had children and so forth, so I had to work at it. And I remember this really key moment when I was looking at a picture of me and one of my very few clients, things were hard. On that picture, my client was standing tall and I was almost crouching myself, making myself smaller to accommodate her. And it occurred to me like, oh my goodness, I'm making myself small in all ways, not just on this particular picture. In other words, I'm settling. So it is that picture that sprung me towards, I cannot be settling anymore. How long is this going to continue? I've been trying to rebuild that business for 2 solid years with struggle and real commitment and trying. But you know what, along the way, I was settling so much. Yes, that picture sprung me out of settling, and I told myself I will not tolerate anymore not having what I meant to have and not being who I meant to be. So out of that, yes, I literally went into claiming that identity of world-class global coach. And that led me to make some uncomfortable moves. And you notice that when you shift your identity like that, when you really claim that what is rightfully yours, it's going to be asked of you to make some uncomfortable moves, uncomfortable for your current self, for that old self. So yes, at that time, I hired my first coach. I let go some income that was stable, but was keeping me very small, and so forth. So yes, not everyone might have the gift of youthful naivety, which makes that claiming so much easier. This is why you see nowadays so many young, super successful entrepreneurs, which is great. However, it's up to each and every one of us to get into that energy of claiming and to claim what is rightfully yours. All of us can do that, and you can absolutely do that. Otherwise, you wouldn't be watching this video. So, as promised, let's do a little bit of assessment. Quick, fun, energetic assessment. I'm going to share with you the 5 levels of claiming, and you're going to self-assess yourself where you currently are, yes, and you will share with me in the comments, okay? So, 5 levels of claiming. Level number 1, you want it, you really desire it, but you still wonder, is it even possible? Is it even possible for me? So that's first level. Second level of claiming, you believe it's possible, but you still look for signs to confirm it. Can it be possible? Can it be possible for me? So you're looking outside logician archetype for proof. Okay, so that's the second level. You believe it's possible, but you still look for signs to confirm it. Third level of claiming is you know it's possible and you hold faith. You just know, but you waver. You go back and forth between knowing and really believing it and going back into your old self, the doubt, and so forth. So that's the third level. So you know it's possible and you hold faith, but you sometimes waver. Level 4 of claiming is you expect it to happen. You know it will happen. You trust it fully. It's just a question when. Yes? So again, that's number 4. You expect it to happen. You trust it fully. You're just wondering when. Yes? And 5th, the full level of claiming is that you move as it's already done. As it's been already done. So you align all your moves with that. And you just know the external world is simply catching up. I'll repeat it again. Level 5. You move as it's already done. You align every of your moves with knowing that it's already been done. And then you let the reality catch up. So, I want to hear from you which level of claiming you operate at and how this video is going to help you to strengthen it and what's going to change. Please share with me, my dear one. I'm sending for now so much love and I'll see you next time. Energetic selling and marketing is not a set of sales techniques. It's a lifestyle, a chosen state of being. Through my book, I teach powerful women like you to use the immense power of your energy to grow your business. Because when you do that, there are no limits to what kind of impact you can create in the world and in your life.